Icarus has changed so much since 2021 that I'm doing this as a should you buy for a brand new player. So if you wrote it off back then, wipe the slate. At its core, it's an open world survival crafting game. You drop onto an alien planet, gather, craft, build a base, and try not to freeze or starve while the wildlife tries to eat you. The big shift is that the old timed mission version, the one with a countdown where you could lose everything, has basically folded into a normal open world. These days, it just plays like a traditional survival game. There's also a fair bit of paid DLC, which I'll get to at the end, because it deserves its own conversation. So, should you buy it? Start with the easy part. It's one of the most approachable survival games out there, and more than that, it just works. The systems behave the way you expect, you can find what you need without fighting the game, and the early going is gentle with difficulty you can tune. That alone makes it a rare survival game you can hand to someone who normally bounces off them. The progression is the real draw, though. You start with a stone axe and a thatch hut and slowly claw your way up to an electrified metal base. There is no automation, but that climb from nothing to industrial is genuinely satisfying, and there's a lot of it. To be clear, even though there is no automation, things do get easier. So if you love that kind of build-up, you're set. If you just want to reach an ending, you'll feel every hour. On top of that sits a light meta loop. You earn an endgame currency, partly from missions you can take on, and spend it on permanent gear you keep across every map. The missions aren't groundbreaking, but they add variety, and that permanent kit is a real carrot. It also means when you move to a tougher map later, you bring your progress with you instead of starting from scratch. And the weather's an actual system here, not set dressing. Storms roll in with lightning that can wreck a base you didn't reinforce. Fires can tear through, so it's one of the few survival games where upgrading your base actually matters. It's also one of the more solo doable survival games, by design. There's a talent tree built for playing alone, the solo tree, that speeds up gathering and crafting and slows how fast you burn through food and water. And you can tame animals to haul your loot and fight beside you. If this is helping you decide, a quick subscribe really does keep these coming. Now, who should skip it? Skip it if you're just burnt out on survival crafting, because underneath everything, that's still what this is, and none of the wrapping changes the core loop. If gathering and building have stopped doing it for you, Icarus won't be the thing that fixes that. The other honest warning is the late game, which turns into a lot of traveling. The maps are enormous, there's no fast travel, and once your objectives are spread to opposite corners, a real chunk of each session is just getting there. Mounts help, and faster ones turn up later, but you're still in the saddle a lot. To be fair, that doesn't bite until you're 50-odd hours deep, so it's a late game gripe, not a day one. And set your expectations on a couple of things going in. This isn't a deep RPG. The talents are mostly passive perks, not a character you roleplay. And the combat is still clunky, melee especially. Definitely not worse than other survival games, but still you need to know. So, the verdict for a solo player? If that loop sounds like a good evening, it's an easy yes. Just don't pay full price. It's $35, but it goes on sale constantly, regularly down to single digits, and I've seen it under $5. Wishlist it, wait a couple of weeks, and grab it cheap. Then there's the DLC, and there's a mountain of it. The short version, you don't need any of it to start, and you won't for a long time. The base game is a single map, Olympus, and on its own it's a full, deep survival game, and it's still getting a free update almost every week. The paid expansions are extra maps, and your character and gear carry straight onto them, so nothing's lost. But they're harder, in-game tier worlds, and you'd want to level up on Olympus first anyway. A few late-game materials and recipes only exist out there, so once you've genuinely outgrown the base, that's where the new stuff is, and that's easily 80 hours away. Everything past those map expansions is basically furniture and cosmetic packs that add up to over $200 all in, and you can happily ignore the lot. Buy the base, play Olympus, and only reach for a new map once you've worn that one out. That's the full picture. Looking for more survival games? I've left a couple of my other survival videos on screen, so take a look, and I'll catch you in the next one.